didn't realize, or the finance ministry didn't realize, that it was costing too much. 2 years back, they didn't realize that. You know when they realized that? You want to know when they realized it was costing too much? When Gary Griffith is not the commissioner of police anymore, then they realize it is costing too much. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
This is the imitation vaccine vegan. Listen to me. What is happening with the police service is exactly what is happening, or what happened to Petrotin. They want to mash it up to avoid investigation into certain things. People have to see that. All the critical people that Gary appointed to lead investigation, gather evidence, intelligence, they are moving them out.
Correct.
Now, they're considering it costing the TTPS. How much is it?
We do apologize for that, caller. But nevertheless, it is only when Gary Griffith is not in office, he is not the commissioner of police again, so now the ministry find that it was costing too much. National security find it was costing too much. 2 years back, it wasn't costing so much. McDonald Jacob said it's a cost-cutting exercise. So why you didn't do it 1 year back? 12 full months back. Why couldn't you come out and say, you know what, it's a cost-cutting exercise, and we are terminating some of these contractors? Why didn't you do it 1 year back? Why did you wait for Gary Griffith to be relieved of his position? Then you came up with the idea of cost cutting. It's sad, you know. It's sad. It's sad. They say WASA have thousands of workers that is costing the company too much. How come nobody ain't going home as yet? How come nobody ain't going home as yet? And it is costing WASA. Ooh. Caller, good night.
Good night, good night. Let me finish my contribution.
Go right ahead.
Instead again. Okay, let me tell you why they're doing this thing to the police service and how it has affected us already. You know, there was a kidnapping in Shobonas with a businessman, right?
Yes.
Have we heard anything about it?
Nothing.
Why is that? Because they don't have the human intelligence to do the intelligence work to track.
Correct.
And Jacob, the dotage, sorry, I don't want to use the dotage journalist.
Be careful, be careful.
Yeah, not asking him the right question, ask him to give us a status on that man. You understand, they're very silent on it because they mash up the police service. Nobody could come up with any ideas or intelligence to go further forward. Okay, the other thing we have done in this station is prophecy, eh? You see where it's going with the COVID? No ICU beds, no HG2U beds, and we said before the end of the year, what was the magic number? 2,000, without a doubt. You had to give me a medal for that, eh? I was still in that long time. Now, I'm going to add a word to the Trinidad dialect, and you will understand where I'm going with it. And this is the word, Pimpanian strategy. Pimpanian. All right, you know what that pimp? I saw in the debate the leader with all his ladies in the front seat, on the front row of the government benches. And I say that is a Pimpanian strategy, and people will understand. You know what's a pimp and who is his manager? I go and have a nice night.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. So remember, viewers, I was asking you, is there, again I go back enough, is there any political interference in running an independent body which is the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Listen to this. Former Police Commissioner Gary Gifford is alleging a blunt political interference in the running of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. This as a person that he fired was being terminated with immediate effect, given an announcement about reviewing or renewing of contracts by the line minister. Griffith stated that every right-thinking citizen should be very concerned that the hierarchies of the service appear to have been persuaded to talk directive or to take directive to execute a well-orchestrated plan. So listen this. Listen this. I believe the Prime Minister appointed the Commissioner of Police. He allegedly selected Gary Griffith to be the Commissioner of Police of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. It's a 3-year contract. According to the Prime Minister, 1 year back, he lost faith with the Commissioner of Police. As to why the Prime Minister lose faith, to this day he never told the public why he lost faith and confidence and trust in the Commissioner of Police. So I ask you, what did the Commissioner unearthed that caused the Prime Minister to lose faith in the Commissioner of Police? So being appointed as the Commissioner of Police, have his degrees, his certificate, his expertise in certain fields, when appointed the Commissioner, decided to hire qualified personnel in various departments of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Gary Griffith decided to hire qualified personnel to help him carry out his daily job, or I should say daily routine, as being the Commissioner of Police, to make sure every portfolio is functioning. Boom! His contract came to an end. President of Trinidad and Tobago, Paula May Weeks, got a list of individuals on a merit list that when that list is sent to the House of Representatives by the President of Trinidad and Tobago, the House of Representatives will have a debate as to who is the best person to qualify as the next Commissioner of Police for Trinidad and Tobago. But so happens, let's just ring the bell in this format. The President submitted the list to the House, went her merry way. Somebody visited her. She submitted the list on the 12th of August. Came back, went on her merry own business. The merit list submitted. Boom, somebody visited her. I just ringing the bell like this, you know. Bam, she went back now and retract back the list on the 12th. I asked the question, who was so powerful? Who was so powerful that visited the President that caused her to change her mind? They say there's no political interference in it, according to the Prime Minister and according to the President. Remember this? before the president pull back that list or retract that merit list of names of individuals who are going at a race to be the next commissioner of police, who have offered themselves up to be the commissioner of police. Now keep in mind, a prominent attorney in Trinidad and Tobago said the president supposed to invite the prime minister and the opposition as to why she is retracting the list from the House. And if they are not satisfied with her decision, that merit list will have to stay in the House and up for debate to select the next commissioner of police. But did the president invite the prime minister or the opposition leader? I'm educating you all tonight. So now I am going to ask you again. If the prime minister did not visit the president, and I want to use a strong word here, if the prime minister did not visit the president and persuade her to pull back the merit list, then who was so powerful to visit the president to pull back her list? I'm just saying something. I'm just saying something. You ask yourself that. You ask yourself that. So Griffith now, he added that the argument of budgetary cuts was a bogus one, as only the civilian staff he hired were being terminated. Follow me closely. 1 year back, they could not say that, you know. They could not say they were cutting costs. Why didn't they come up with that? Why didn't McDonald Jacob come out and tell the ministry, well, you know what, we're cutting costs? Why didn't he do that when Gary Griffith was commissioner of police? Follow me closely. Gary, he expressed sympathy for the hierarchy of the service and noted that he faced pressure recently from a government official who had wanted him to appoint a constable to head the cybercrime unit, which is responsible for the interception of electronic data, including that from phones. This is the commissioner talking here, you know. Well, former commissioner, he is saying he was visited from a government official. He had a visit from a government official and was being under pressure to hire a constable and put him in charge of his cybercrime unit. Why? Is this constable connected to some big officials? So that when they hear messages go in, or they could tap anybody's phone and get information on it and use it against that person, let's just say blackmail. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, when we come back, there's lots more in store. Where? Right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716. us. For further information, our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So welcome back to Real Talk viewers. Caller, good night.
Very good inventory, Mr. Saeed.
To you, my friend.
I like how you're thinking tonight. I like how you're thinking. You're on point. Now, the four highest office holders in the land is 1, the President, 2, the Prime Minister, 3, the Chief Justice, and 4, the Attorney General. So guess what? It wasn't the Chief Justice. It wasn't the Attorney General. So guess. My next point is, not really a point, but I would like to congratulate the policeman who killed the 2 bandits who shot him in his leg.
Yes, yes.
I normally in a funeral, you know, when the priests come and whatnot, there's somebody that deliver the eulogy. I say something good about the person. He was a nice person. He was a community person. What they're going to say about these 2 fellas? Saeed, I really like how you're thinking tonight, and I like how where you're going with this. All the best, brother. You take care.
Thank you, my friend. So, viewers, before we go further, I just want to encourage you. Remember, Real Talk Financing and Investment Company. We have a food drive going on. They're giving away a Range Rover and they're giving away a BMW. So, all we want you to do, viewers, is just make a contribution of $1,000 to Real Talk Financing and Investment Company so we could purchase food, grocery bags, for citizens of Trinidad and Tobago come Christmas. Why am I starting early? Saeed, you giving a Range Rover. Why are you giving a Range Rover? It's Christmas coming. And I want somebody to feel nice. You see just how I just feel nice when I work hard and I buy a nice vehicle? It's my sweat going down the drain there to buy that. You understand? I'm sweating down the line. I'm sweating up the drain, I'm sweating down the drain, but I'm working hard. So, I've decided to juggle everything in Trinidad and Tobago. Say, you giving a Range Rover in a time like this, when God bless you, my friend, there is no such time as hard time. Come back to me. When God bless you, there is no such time as hard times. Moses was in the wilderness with thousands of Egyptians who fled Egypt. He fled Egypt, Israelites. And God fed them for 40 years. Not one day. Not one day. They ate stale food, not one day, from 40 years. I'm going to tell you something. I believe in charity. I believe in charity. You give and you get. There's no two way about it. There's no two way with God. You don't negotiate with God. So all you have to do is make a contribution of $1,000 towards our drive. Let me tell you something. It ain't going in my pocket, you know. It ain't going in my pocket. I just do things without even asking the public sometime. About 3 weeks back, we gave away 100 hampers. I never ask anybody. I just give. I just give. Spent over $100,000 just feeding people. Just feeding people. So, I decided to give my Range Rover. To let you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, know. God bless me with that. To move from point A to point B. And I want to give somebody it. I want to give somebody it by contributing $1,000 to feed somebody. To feed somebody. I want you all to listen to me carefully, you know. By contributing $1,000 to feed somebody, you could be blessed with a Range Rover. You think about it. Blessings come in all different forms and fashion. 238-6716 or 339-1670. Make a contribution and see how God could bless you. I remember in the midst of the pandemic, the middle of the pandemic, a guy made a contribution. And let me tell you something. In the midst of the pandemic, in 2020, God blessed him with twice as much sales and profit in 2020, in the midst of the pandemic, than he made in 2019. Than he made in 2019. And I told you all about that. I told you all about that. So you want to see a blessing? They say Christmas is a time of giving and real talk giving. So make a contribution. That's all I want you to do. And you never know how God could bless you. So, keeping with the commissioner. Keeping with Mr. Gary. I always get into with the commissioner. We have no commissioner. Keeping with Mr. Gary. He added that this action could never sit well with the operational capabilities of the service. So let me read it for you again. Griffith added that this action could not sit well for the operationalize and the capabilities of the service, which leaves him deeply concerned about how this will affect the safety and the security of all nationals in Trinidad and Tobago. So just imagine that, eh? And you all telling me there is no political interference in an independent body such as the police force? Think again. Think again. Those with power will execute it. Those with power will execute it. But when it backfire on you, I hope you could deal with it backfiring also. Call a good night.
Good night, Mr. Sai.
Go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk.
Okay, I am a regular listener and watcher to your program every single night.
Thank you so much.
And for the longest while, I want to let you know, I used to work in the prisons and I'm a retiree right now. And you show a picture of someone a while ago. I won't call the person's name. Sorry, are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Right, and that individual you show is a black man with a bald head. Whenever there was going to hang George Chidi and his gang, I was here to witness the hanging. And that same face, I saw a face like that. That man had a hangman face. A guy with a bald head you show a while ago. Right? He's very bitter and wicked. He had the face of a man. Have a good night, Mr. Sai.
Thank you, my friend. Hey, all you feel the TTPS have a bacchanal going on? Listen this. Minister of Education, Dr. Nian Gasby-Dolly, is assuring the parents of both unvaccinated and vaccinated Forms 4 to 6 students that it is safe to send their children to school. Gasby-Dolly gave the assurance on Monday while visiting schools to observe their safety protocols as unvaccinated and vaccinated Form 4 to 6 students physically returned to school. The minister stated that her ministry is confident that they have laid the groundwork for students returning safely to physical schooling. Follow me closely. And that their focus is to keep schools open and keep students safe at the same time. Gasby-Dolly was happy that students returned to school and hoped that more will be able to come to school in the near future. Now, that is what Gatsby Dolly stated. We are thankful for that. Don't get me wrong, we are thankful for that. But listen this. Listen this. Caller, just hold on 2 minutes with me, please. Epidemiologist Dr. Avery Hines have stated that schools were not deemed as safe zones and were never set up to be such areas. So is that a bacchanal between the education ministry and the health ministry? Ooh, let's continue. Hines stated that persons should not compare a school to a safe zone, as safe zones are space established for recreational activity among fully vaccinated, whereas a school is not a recreational or a non-essential setting.
It's not really a fair or relevant comparison to compare a school with a safe zone. The safe zones are spaces that have been established basically for recreational activity among fully vaccinated individuals. This is activity that, whereas it is economically viable and valuable, it isn't considered absolutely essential, and therefore you can make stipulations around individuals being fully vaccinated to participate in these activities so that you have additional movement with reduced risk, whereas the school setting is not that recreational or non-essential setting and can't be compared with a safe zone in the same manner. So we're hoping that people do understand the difference between what applies to the safe zone concept and what would apply to essential activities, to activities that go beyond recreational to having additional necessity.
So Trinidad and Tobago, is the school safe or is it not safe? Watch me now. I just bring news to you in a different format, you know. In a different format. I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your opinion. That is what made us the third best news forecast in Trinidad and Tobago. If I have money like the 1%, believe me, citizens, I would have been competing in the first and second bracket. Take what I'm telling all you. Take what I'm telling all you. Call a good night.
Saeed, pleasant good night.
To you, my dear.
Saeed, I have two things to highlight tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But first I have to say too many cooks spoil the broth. The Ministry of Education getting tied up with the Ministry of Health.
Correct.
Nobody knows what's going on.
Oh, you remember? You know what I remember? When you say that, I remember nobody lives there.
Exactly. You know what the ministry now is implying? Mm-hmm. That the second years, I don't know if the first years involved as well, mm-hmm. but they want these children now, as of tomorrow, to be sitting in front of these devices until 1 o'clock.
Wow.
That is the most ridiculous thing I could hear from the Ministry of Education. You expect these babies to sit in front of these devices. Saeed, my grandchild had to get glasses because of this device that she had to sit in front. Mm-hmm. Today she's 6 years old and she wearing glasses since she is 5 years old. Because in front of these devices, all these hours per day, what is going on with the Ministry of Education and these 4 children out here? These children have to be supervised, right? Mm-hmm. So that means grandparents, aunt, uncle, if parents had to go to work, we have to sit with these children, supervise them from 8:30 in the morning till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So there's no time for them except a lunch break or a little 10 minutes break, right? To get them ready for when school reopens. When we reach that bridge, we'll cross it. But we cannot put these children under this pressure. This is nonsense. Saieed, utter rubbish with the Ministry of Education. What is the minister doing about this? Or you can't be sending this kind of information today for tomorrow to have people sit there with these children. The second thing I have to highlight, there is always political interference with the Commissioner of Police. Saieed, you recall we always have an acting commissioner. When we had a commissioner and an assistant commissioner, they were brought into the country. They were foreigners. Our police officers were not made commissioner and assistant commissioner. So I don't know what is the big debate and who educated and who qualified. Gary did a very good job there. We have 300 police officers. It is alleged that is on suspension. We have a good bit of them that just chucking the papers the other day for certain reasons. We hardly have police officers to man the country. So if the gentleman saw it fit to hire these people who knows that they really want to work, come out and fight crime, now they give them a pink slip to send them home and using all kind of lame excuses to get rid of Mr. Griffith, who did a perfect job. We had a double murder last night, right? One in the hospital fighting for his life and we in a curfew. We have robbery and we in a curfew. We don't have police officers to man, not even the station. What's really going on? And all you're beating around the bush and don't want this man to go back there and have the country run as it was running. All you're looking for all the loopholes and ammunition and who give gun and all this kind of nonsense.
Thank you, my dear. Now, let me tell you something. Everything she said is what taking place, you know. Everything she said is what taking place. Now, back to Dr. Avery Hines. When questioned on how the ministry will monitor the return of pupils to school, he mentioned that it was a remit of the medical team which works with the Ministry of Education and they will provide any additional support that is required, including support with respect to the analysis or the analyzed data. Boy, it's sad, yes? It's sad. So listen to this. As secondary school students in Form 4 to 6 return to physical classroom, troubling reports have surfaced from some parents who revealed that vaccinated students were bullying the unvaccinated students as the two groups met face to face. Interim chairman of the National Parent Teachers Association, that is the NPTA, Saieed Ali, described this as an alarming development no one had anticipated. She also indicated that there were cases of cyberbullying when they were online and now the vaccinated are having issues with the unvaccinated. Ali also reminds students to keep their mask on, sanitize and avoid mingling during the lunch and recess period and before and after school. So I just want to tell parents something. Parents, I want you all to listen something. And students who are looking at Real Talk, let me tell you something. School is a place to go to learn. Once in 18 years, you just have the opportunity to go to school and learn. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Education is pretty expensive. You know why am I saying that? When I finished school, in order to further my studies, I had to find a job. And I found a job in a supermarket warehouse, where I had to work a normal 8 to 5 job. And after a 8-to-5 job, working in the warehouse of a supermarket, I had to go to classes from 8 to 10 in the night. So it is very expensive. And I want to tell all something. The vaccinated students against the unvaccinated students. Let me tell you something. Whether you're vaccinated or not, you could get the virus. So relax all yourself. The vaccinated bullying the unvaccinated. What about if you, my friend, who are vaccinated, get the virus? What you going to tell the unvaccinated? What you going to tell them? Nothing. You can't say nothing. You can't express nothing. You're vaccinated and you get it. So relax all yourself. Relax all yourself. Because the unvaccinated might finish school. And you being vaccinated could get the virus and end up in a hospital for weeks. So relax all yourself. Don't feel you're out of the bush because you're vaccinated. You could get it. And where you could get it? While traveling home. You're vaccinated and you get it. So what's the big fuss about? School children, what is the big fuss about? So relax all yourself and go to school and learn all your book. The country's parallel healthcare system. Principal Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Marian Abdul Richards, confirmed that the Ministry of Health recorded that almost all beds in Trinidad are filled. Listen to this video.
This morning I come to you with grave concern as I can confirm that the intensive care unit demand within our country has now outstripped or is equal to the supply of beds. On Saturday, the Honourable Minister indicated that this was a trend for concern because we were approximately 90% filled. Today, the 25th of October 2021, the Ministry of Health can report that almost all our beds in Trinidad are filled. Now, in preparedness for the arrival of the Delta variant, the Ministry of Health has been trying our best to upscale or increase the number of intensive care unit beds across the hospitals in our parallel healthcare system. And we did increase on a phased basis by reallocating resources and adding resources the number of intensive care unit beds by 25%.
Now, viewers, when asked about the 102 reported case of the Delta variant, Dr. Avery Hines mentioned that it was spread across Trinidad and Tobago, 9 countries including Tobago.
There have been Delta cases that have been detected in all 9 counties. All 9 counties meaning the 8 counties in Trinidad and Tobago as a county unto itself.
So we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, when we come back, there's lots more to discuss right here on Real Talk.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716. For further information, our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Remember viewers, like I said, You know, you worked your life out, you got your lump sum, you retire, you have it in a financial institute, but you're wondering, would my lump sum grow? And how much will it grow by? So Real Talk Financing, an investment company, is giving you, the retirees of Trinidad and Tobago, an opportunity to earn 2.5% on your retirement package that you got from your last workplace. So Real Talk Financing, an investment company, we are asking you, the citizens, where would you get a greater return on your retirement package? Nowhere in Trinidad except for Real Talk Financing and Investment Company. Why earn 0.05% when you can earn 2.5% at Real Talk Financing and Investment Company? Something for you to think about. So viewers, United States President Joe Biden has signed an order that makes it mandatory that anyone traveling to the United States from November 8 must be fully vaccinated. All non-citizen and non-immigrants, air travelers to the United States will be required to be fully vaccinated and must provide proof of COVID-19 vaccination status prior to boarding any airline to fly to the United States, with only limited exceptionals. Children under 18 years are expected from the vaccination requirement, given both the eligibility of some younger children for vaccination as well as a global variability in accessing the vaccination for older children who are eligible to be vaccinated. Whereas children between the ages of 2 and 17 are required to take a PCR or a pre-departure test. So viewers, that is something from the United States. Precautionary measures are in place. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Yes, Saeed, the Commissioner of Police, right, Gary? When he come to see about the police service and things, he do a wonderful job in Trinidad, you know. Crime started to go down, kidnapping started to go down, all them started to go down. The man do a wonderful job. So why the reason the man contract up, and they just to sign a paper to take back the man on contract again and let the man continue the work? Look how much crime going on in Trinidad right now.
True.
Look how the place getting in Trinidad right now. You understand? They're supposed to take back the man, let the man do his work. The man give up his own self when he come in to see about the police service. You understand? So I don't know why they don't want to take back the man. The man do a wonderful job for Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you, my friend. Let me tell you something. Let's just say that Gary stepped on some toes, that those toes never expected someone to step on them. I should bring it across like that. They never expected someone to step on their toes. I'm going to tell you something at Trinidad. When you're here, you have a little bit of power, and you could control somebody. You just take it to the full blunt, you know. You do business where you do, you know. You do business. The president said nobody influenced her. She did everything according to protocol. If you did everything according to protocol, why didn't you invite the opposition leader, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, and the present Prime Minister for Trinidad and Tobago, the Honorable Keith Rowley, to have a discussion as to why you are going to retract the merit list that contains individuals who are vying for the post of Commissioner of Police You see, viewers, there are many things I could enlighten you with. But I want you all to take it in step by step by step. I will open your eyes step by step by step. I tell you now, Real Talk is bring news in a different format to you, you know. A different format, you know. That is why I encourage you every night. When our show go live on Synergy Network from 7 to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday night, share our live stream on Facebook. Share our live stream. We are on Facebook. All you have to do, it's simple. All you have to do is open your Facebook account. You go on the search bar. You just type in Real Talk with Saieed Ali. When our page pops up, just like it and share it. That's all you have to do. That is all you have to do. Let your friends and family know about it. Local, regional, and international. Have you ever seen news come to you in such a manner? No. Every channel, you sit down from 7 to 8. They read it, they highlight it, and done with that. That's it. Why you think we became the third best news forecast in about 2 years? And we presently hold that position. And we keep growing in viewership. Because people are realizing that, hey, this is a show that where we getting the information and the facts. Everything checking out. Everything. Hence the reason why I don't ask anybody. Or I don't pick up a phone and call anybody. Or any business person. Hey, run an ad with me, boy. I short up all the cash, but I need your ad. No, I don't do that. Because if you're going to run ad on my show and you start to tell me what to say and what not to say, partner, here what's going on. Let me and you continue being friends, and you keep your money in your pocket. What you make is yours. But I thank God, publicly, I thank God that He sustained me and will continue to sustain me. That is why, viewers, that is why I encourage you. You see, when you plant a seed on this fertilized ground, it will grow. How it works for Saieed, look what I'm giving away a Range Rover. That is what I'm giving away, a Range Rover. All you have to do is make a contribution of $1,000 for food for the less fortunate. That is all you have to do. It's not hard. Because when you're keeping a cook home, you're spending more than $1,000. You're spending more than $1,000. So why not feed the poor and get a blessing? So viewers, I also encourage you, look at your financial status. You have your money in your bank and you put it down. It's there. It's not going nowhere. But is it growing? Is it working for you? At the end of every year, you have to submit property tax. Where is the extra income coming from? Definitely you're not getting it at a rate of 0.05% or 0.05%, which is nearly nothing. So you have something here, you're benefiting nothing from it, but you have an expense here, which you would have to break the little savings you have on what we would say on a fixed deposit with other financial institute. So why not take that same fixed amount you have here on a fixed deposit from another financial institute and invest it in Real Talk Financing and Investment Company? And that same amount you're moving from here and you're putting it into Real Talk Financing and Investment Company, and watch it pay your bills without even having to wonder, well, hey, you know, at the end of the year I have my $100,000 here, but I will have to break it because I ain't getting the interest because I have to pay property tax. So you might end up with $90,000. You're going to end up breaking your fixed deposit, and your money will go down. But if you take that same fixed deposit of $100,000 and invest it in Real Talk financing, that 2,500 you're getting at the end of every 12 months, you could pay your property tax with it. So your 100,000 remaining right here, and it's just the interest you're using to pay your property tax. Common sense. Common sense. So viewers, you know, I always enjoy every night coming here to educate you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. You know, I do take pride in it. I don't boast. I let people do the talking for the show, you know, to rate the show. I don't boast. Because in Islam, they never taught us to boast on your wealth and to boast on what you have and to boast on your fancy clothes and your fancy car. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't boast on fancy cars. Why I don't boast about fancy car? Because God blessed me with that vehicle or with finance to buy a nice vehicle to move from point A to point B. How do you get it? I will tell you something. Eh? Charity comes in many different ways. How do we say thank you? By getting up in the morning with our body intact. That is a charity gift from God. God gave us that. Some of us will go to sleep tonight and not wake up tomorrow. Some of us will go to sleep tonight and tomorrow you get up on your whole left side, you cannot use it. Some of us will go to sleep tonight and tomorrow you get up blind. Some of us will go to sleep tonight and tomorrow you get up with a kidney failure. A kidney failure. Just imagine that. So I will tell you something. People is plant seed for different reasons. For different reasons. Some plant a seed for a job. Some plant a seed for health. Some plant a seed for work. Some plant a seed for miracle. Some plant a seed for more finance. Some plant a seed for their husband. Some plant a seed for their wife. Some plant a seed for the children education. And let me tell you something. Once you're planting a seed with Real Talk investment, you're planting seed on a solid ground. You know why? Because those seeds will germinate and you will see the blessings. You will see the blessings. You know, I always say, and this is something, those of you who have been following my show will understand, Saieed is always talk about giving. It's because of charity. I gave. God has gave me back. That is why I could stand here tonight and say, I don't ask nobody for an ad to run my show. It's the grace of God. It's the grace of God. God chose me. I didn't choose God, you know. I want you to understand something. I didn't choose God. God chose me. God chose me. And I just tell God, I say, Lord, if you choose me, you are this powerful being with miracles and deliverance and could make anything possible. I say, if you choose me to represent you on earth here, you better make sure I have, you know. You better make sure nobody come to kill me, you know. You better make sure my body is intact with one until the day you're ready to say, Saieed, come home, you know. And it's the grace of God. It's the grace of God. It's charity from God unto Saieed that have my show running without asking for ad. It's the charity, is the gift from God that have me here today. So that is why, viewers, that is always encourage you all to give, plant seed. So we're doing our food drive and plant our seed on nice soil. Plant our seed. So we're out of time for tonight, viewers, but nevertheless, a rerun of this program is tomorrow, being Wednesday, from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And we will be right back here on Wednesday night for real public concerns, where we highlight the drains, the bridges, and the road. So until we meet again, viewers, Allahumma salli ala anta rabbahuma la ata iza kuba la anna azmata. You're born into the world. Fast as you grow, you adapt to the world. And fast as you grow, you adapt knowledge into one's being. So practice what you learned. For tomorrow, it will make you a better person. Good night.